Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video to the channel. So in this video we're going to go and do another stint in our journey of doing all the brand new thieving NPCs from the 120 thieving update. Now so far we've been pretty consistent with how good it's been. We've not really hit any bad ones, but this is going to be one of the ones I think is going to be a bit rough. We're going to look at pickpocketing fairies in Zanaris. Now, to do this, it is a slightly higher level compared to some of the other ones. It's actually one of the highest ones you can do, and it's going to require 113 thieving. Now, since the release of 120 thieving, I believe they've buffed the fairy drop table, which, you know, when they said they've buffed the drop table with how they've had to nerf some of the others, you know that it's going to be a bit rough and it's going to be a bit bad. So let's see how well we do in terms of this. In terms of drops from the fairies, we're going to look at things like crystal triskelion fragments, spirits, we've got mahogany yew magic, some seeds, as well as some charms as well. There's some other rare drop table stuff like onyx and moonstone dust, and inert journaling crystals as well. So we'll see how we do. Again, I wasn't very confident in gobies, and gobies turned out alright, so let's see what we can do in terms of this video. So as always, we're going to do an extended 5-finger discount aura. We're going to reset our XP tracker to see how much XP we're going to get over the 2 hours, and I've emptied my coin pouch just in case we drop coins. Now, because I'm using the 5-finger discount aura, I'm not taking Crystal Mask, but if you don't have the aura available to you, whether you don't have it or you're an Iron Man, the Crystal Mask as well as the Lightform Prayer pretty much do that. You're just going to have to click the screen every 5 minutes to reset the mask, as opposed to me where I have to click every 15 minutes to remain active on the game. So in terms of items, I'm using the Sticky Fingers Relic, and if you don't know what the Sticky Fingers Relic does, it makes you pickpocket 50% faster for 33% less XP. But because you're pickpocketing faster, it kind of negates the negative XP. The thing what you do gain though is more loot due to this. Now, I do have the mushroom bag on me. It actually doesn't affect because we're using Sticky Fingers. Sticky Fingers overrules the mushroom bag, but I am just leveling it up just so we can use it there. I've also got the camouflage outfit. Again, take your best thieving outfit possible. I've got the 120 cape in the hopes it's going to note some stuff. If it don't, then we'll just work around it. And that is pretty much it. If you are using the Crystal Mask and the Lightform, the Grace of the Elves can be a little bit handy, along with the Ancient Ritual Shard and also the Super Prayer Renewal Potion. Apart from that, I think we are ready to go, and let's go and jump and do some fairies. Now, the fairies are in the marketplace of Zanaris, so to get there, I'm just going to go to Amalod and take the fairy ring. Just go direct to Zanaris. If you've got a portable fairy ring, you can use that as well. Now, because this is slightly higher, you can need level 113 to do this. I am expecting some decent XP. I'm hoping it's going to be around 2.5 mil-ish. I think that, in terms of where the others have been, should be about right. So let's go to Zanaris, and it's going to be in the market stall, so you need to go through the gate and just sit there. And yeah, pretty much that is going to be the base of the video. I hope you guys are enjoying them. If you are, please let me know. In terms of the NPCs which I've got left to thieve, I do have Wizard Tower Mages, which I'm still going to do because I think it's nice to then completely tick everyone off. I am also afterwards going to go and check out the different dig sites, see if it really affects the professors, and if one dig site is better than another, and just check GP compared to the rest of them, because again, these are very nice videos for me to record. They're nice and chill. I can pickpocket while editing more videos, and especially with the Christmas grind coming up, it means I can make some progress on the account. So we're going to go and activate our legendary 5-finger discount, and am I glad I've got this over the years? Very much worthwhile. The fairy traders are literally just around the stalls, and in my opinion, stalls are nice. I just don't think they're for this kind of video. I was going to go and like check stalls and chests out, and maybe I'll do that in a separate video where we do them all in one big go, but I don't think they're worthwhile doing a loot video just because they're a bit too inactive. I think after doing all this pickpocketing, it's just so AFK that I don't really want to go and do any other method. Now, with Zanaris, they will regularly sort of turn you into random creatures, and also for the first time in a long time, I think I've just been caught. So maybe this is the point where the aura isn't enough and I'll have to go and look at some other methods. I might have to go and grab the Crystal Mask as well as the Lightform Prayer. So yeah, I think I'm going to have to go and bank really quickly. So we'll come back. It turns out that after about the Archaeologist, that's about as much as what you can do in terms of using the aura. Again, the Trader, the Firewatch, and also the Tazar might just be a bit too far past, and I'll have to use the mask for that. But that's no problem. We'll go and grab the runes, we'll go there, and then I'll run to the fairy really quick. But I'm going to leave you guys here. Rather than hear me ramble, I'll meet you guys either in an hour or 2 hours. You know how we do it on these videos now, and report back how much GP it's made from us. They do drop coins, so that's nice. We'll get some coins as well as some charms and some other bits. But yeah, we'll report back soon. Hope you guys enjoying the videos, and hopefully we go and get some decent loot over the next hour or two. So we have finished our 2 hours of pickpocketing the fairy traders, and yeah, not gonna lie, a little bit disappointed on the drops and also the drop table as well. I do think this one isn't where it needs to be for how high of a level you need to go and do this for a thieving method, but let's talk what we got over the 2 hours and see what we think from there. So in terms of XP, I was slightly inefficient for probably 10 minutes. I went AFK quite hard, and with this one, the aura wasn't enough. I had to use Crystal Mask, and I think I kind of lost a little bit of time, but nearly 2.5 mil is still kind of working in relation to the others. Maybe a little bit less than what it should be. I would kind of guess 2.7 is where this would be. So 1.350 XP per hour is pretty decent. And in terms of the charms they drop as well, nearly 600 crimsons and 600 blues is pretty hefty as well, especially with things like the Archglacior being nerfed. This could be a really big source of charms, more than likely if you're going to go and do 200 mil, because if you're not 99 by the time you get here thieving wise, maybe thieving will be the next easy like 120, and a lot of people who need to go and get charms and stuff will go and do fairy traders, but they're very, very good actually. 300 blues and 300 crimsons per hour is nothing to like look away from. That is really good. And then in terms of the drops we've got as well, so my biggest worry with these is that the wood spirits you get just aren't worth anything. So for something which is probably most for drop table, I got 150k in 2 hours, which I just don't think is good enough. Now, in terms of the seeds, we've got some dwarf weed seeds. Again, not really good enough in terms of their value. The star blooms are good, but they're crashing. So 500k from star blooms, again, not too bad. And the godly grapevine seeds, I would imagine, should be over that price in the Grand Exchange. If they're not, you should be farming them because the grapes just print cash, and farm runs are now a lot easier for grapevines. So these drops here are kind of what worries me in terms of a drop table. The others kind of make it up a little bit, but this is where it's sort of like struggling. So the next item, the inert adrenaline crystal, goes in. We got some dragon longswords, which actually racked up quite decently. 1.2 million dragon longs is pretty good. And one thing to note as well is that they're incredibly under their alch price. So if you're looking for something to throw in your alka, if you can get them in the volumes you need, that's a 9k profit to alking dragon longs. The Onyx Dust and the Moonstone Dust as well are going to come in for a decent amount of GP as well, and this is what kind of saves it a little bit. Nowhere near as much as what the other methods are, but again, we're always going to get one method which kind of like under-delivers, and in my opinion, fairy traders is that. So even with the cash, which to be fair, you get quite a lot of cash for the 2 hours, 3.6 mil is very, very good. We're going to end at a total value of 8 mil. Now, for 2 hours, it means you're going to get 4 mil GP, which, in my opinion, for the level you need to do this, is just not good enough. I would probably recommend staying at Archaeologist or even the Tazar Traders. The Tazar Traders, yes, you're going to have to wait to convert a lot of Tokkul into GP, but there's items like runes, which don't cost a lot of Tokkul, and you can convert your Tokkul quite easy and make more GP. But yeah, not going to lie, a little bit disappointed with this one. The fact I had to use Crystal Mask made it a lot less AFK, comparing the others when using the aura. Again, you're not going to use the aura all the time, but it's just something I like to use quite often during my day. Because you can have a Premier Artifact reroll it, you can pretty much do 4 hours solid of Thieving Aura per day. So I always think it's worthwhile mentioning that. But 4 mil for something this high, yeah, a little bit disappointed in it as well. However, that is going to wrap up this video. It's going to wrap up the fairy traders. I've still got a couple more to try, and we're going to go and do all the dig sites as well for the archaeologists. Just see if there's something better from there. I would like to say a massive thank you for how well these videos are going down. You guys are loving these thieving videos, and it's a really good one for me to pump out as well. I think something like this is going to be tailing in for the Christmas events as well, so keep an eye out for a 7-day bond video where we might be laying out plans for the future. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments how you guys are doing in terms of thieving. What are you doing? Are you doing heist, or are you going to go for pickpocketing instead? I have seen a couple of things on Reddit which says the drop rate really isn't what it should be, and I believe they're going to be fixing that on the next update day. But a lot of people are saying they'd much rather do the chill pickpocketing methods as opposed to the high intensity heist, which, to be fair, I've not really done much heist apart from day of release, and I kind of agree. This is so chilling, this is so easy that I don't really want to do anything but this. But thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments your thoughts, and I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.